friends, it's December 1st, and we all know what that means. That means everybody is going to do vlogmas, bookmas, flossmas, everything mess. And that includes me. Maybe. We'll see. We all know that I am not the most reliable when it comes to vlogs or keeping things short, but I am going to attempt to do both of those things, vlog and keep them short every day for the next 20-ish odd days. Now, okay, so let's just, in the interest of keeping this short, let's talk about what Vlogmas for me will be for this month. First of all, I am going to be including books and my crafting in these vlogs. Every day I plan on showing you what I plan to read that month, that day, which may or may not be different every day. It depends on if I'm listening to an audiobook or if the thing I'm reading the day before is super short and you know how it goes. And also I am going to spin a wheel and going to, with all my crafting whips on it, and I'm going to pick a different whip each day to work on and like focus on for that day. So I'll show you like my beginning progress and my ending progress every day. And also I am going to be opening a couple of advents that are crafty related. Let me show those both to you right now. Now, the first one I'm very excited about, and this is only half of them. Actually, it's only a third of them because I, along with 3 of my friends, are doing yarn advents this year. Now, 2 of my friends and I are like all doing it together. So we each sent each other 12 minis or something yarn adjacent, and we're stitching adjacent because we all do stitching and knitting or crochet. And so we each did 12. So we will have 24 days of minis. And I'm doing that one with my friends Sarah from the Bookish Knitter and the 14 Count Stitcher. She has 2 channels. And Mandy, she is Mandy Pinecone on Instagram, and Coffee and Stitches with Mandy on YouTube. And I will put them both down below. And Sarah at the Bookish Knitter is in Canada, so I do not have her 12 advents yet, but I'm going to open all of Mandy's first, and then we'll just, hopefully by the time I get through these, I'll have Sarah's and I can open hers for the last 12 days. And then I'm also planning on doing the same thing with my friend Felicia from the Little Prairie Library. And she's also in Canada, so I have not received her 12 minis yet, but I'm thinking that we both decided, and I can't remember, but I think we're doing the 12 days of Christmas after Christmas. I'll have to ask her about that because I really don't remember. But that's probably going to be my plan at any rate, because I have more than 25 minis from my friends to open once I get my Canadian ones. So I'm really excited about that, and I'm excited to start with Mandy's. And then also in this cute box that my mom just found for me today for like $4, I have another yarn advent that I actually bought. And this is the first professional yarn advent that I've ever bought, because, they can be pricey and I never pulled the trigger. But this one is from Knitty McPurley, and she has a YouTube channel. And I believe she's also, she's Knitty McPurley on Instagram as well. So I'll put her below. But she is I've actually never tried her yarn before. She is a yarn dyer. She tries very hard to make everything within the U.S., and all her products and everything come from the U.S. if she can. If not, she makes sure they're from countries that don't use slave labor, all of that kind of stuff. So, so I felt very good buying her yarn, even though I've never tried it before. And I love her podcast. She is a Christian. I'm really enjoying what she puts out into the world. So I decided I was going to support her small business this year, and she gave us 25 actually, 25 DK weight minis. And it also comes with, I put it in here somewhere. It also comes with this little card that has 3 clues on the back of it for throughout the Advent season. And we are going to be making 3, I think we're making 3 smaller objects out of each, like a different set of the minis. So I downloaded my Clue 1 last night, so I'm excited about that. And I love this little box. It's so cute. And we are not going to be making an ugly Christmas sweater, but I'm real excited for this, to have this for future Advents, hopefully. Maybe, in which I will make a ugly Christmas sweater. Probably not, though. That doesn't seem feasible with Advent minis, but you never know. So that is another thing that I am going to be doing each day, opening those Advents. And what else? Oh, and then the last thing is I want to do a booktuber and a floss tuber or knitting tube. The knitting community really doesn't have a tube. They just call them knitting podcasts. But I want to shout out some different YouTubers, booktubers and floss tubers that I enjoy watching, and a lot of them are my friends. I'm going to try to keep it to ones that are actively filming, close to this month, maybe even doing their own vlogmases. Don't know, but I'm going to try to keep it to that. And as much as I can, I'm going to try to keep it to maybe smaller channels who could really benefit from some people getting to see their channels. So now, that being said, and because this is the first day and I'm actually filming this in advance to kind of give you a rundown of what I'm planning to do, my first shout outs I've already talked about, and it's going to be Mandy from Coffee and Stitches with Mandy. And she is a relatively new channel and doesn't have a ton of subscribers. So I encourage you to go over to her channel. She is the floss tuber of the 2 that I'm going to mention. But that also, the other person that I am going to talk about is Sarah from the Bookish Knitter, which a lot of you in the bookish community would already know Sarah. She is not a new booktuber, and she does have quite a few subscribers. She is she reads primarily romance, I would say, but she dabbles in a lot of different genres, and I've even gotten her to read some classics in the last couple of years. But she also does knitting and cross stitching. So she has been kind of combining a lot of all those things on her vlogs on her Bookish Knitter channel recently, because she has been busy and maybe not crafting as much as she used to. But she did recently create a floss tube only channel called the 14 Count Stitcher. And she hasn't been active on that recently, just like I said, because she's been busy. But I encourage you to subscribe to both of her channels, because hopefully in the near future, she will be putting out some other floss tube content. So those are my shout outs for the week. And well, for the day, not the week. I'm used to saying the week when I vlog. Now, see, I'm already getting myself confused. But now I will tell you what I plan to start out the month of December with. And that book is going to be one that is more than likely going to span the entire month of December. And that book is The Moonstone by Wilkie Collins. Now, this will count for Cloak and Dagger Christmas and probably Cosmas and all the other mystery readathons that tend to happen in December. But this is also for Kate Howe's Patreon that I am a member of, and we are reading this book. We were supposed to start it in November. I did not. But this is a reread for me, but I think I will probably listen to it on audio. But I am going to get the physical book from the library. It just hasn't come in yet. So, but I really enjoy this, and it's supposedly one of the first mystery novels of the Victorian era. So I just really want to reread this. It's really long, so that's why I say it's going to take me probably the entire month. But we are not going to be discussing this until January 1st and 2nd, I believe, on her Patreon. But so that definitely gives me the entire month to read it. So, but that is my first book that I'm going to tell you about this month, basically. And then let us go quickly to cut to the wheel, and I will show you what I am going to focus on today. Okay, so it looks like I am going to be working on the Shakespeare quotes pattern that I started for Shake-tember back in September, and I haven't really worked on it since September, so it will be nice to kind of bust that out for at least a day. Oh, and I forgot to mention that I only have 8 or 9 whips at the moment. So I will definitely be rotating back through all of these and over the month. And also, even though I am doing a focus piece every day, I will also be working on my winning putt, mini winning putt by Heaven and Earth Design, hopefully every day, at least 100 stitches, hopefully 140, because I think that is what my count says to get it to my due date that I want to have it done by, which is next Christmas. So I have a year, and I've been working on it since April. As of the time I am filming this, I am around 35% done with the whole piece, but if you've ever done a full coverage cross stitch, whether it's Heaven and Earth Design or another company, they take forever, even if it is only a mini. So, especially when you are not a monogamous stitcher and you want to stitch all the things. So, yeah, it's going to take me probably every bit of that year, unless I can really bust through some and get like 500 stitches on it a day, which I doubt is ever going to happen. So, but yeah, I will put maybe a montage of my starting my starts and then my finishes at the end of the day, because this is already a little longer than I want it to be. So, but I just wanted to come on here, introduce my Vlogmas, and we'll see how this goes. All right, friends, I hope you have a wonderful holiday season, and I guess I will see you tomorrow. All right, bye, friends.